go. All right, thanks for coming tonight. Since we didn't do our little performance of the concert, because now we're growing and we'll probably take up most of that stage, I thought we would do another little parent preview for you guys. Because last time we did this in August, we only had about half of our show on. So I thought I'd take some time and explain the rest of what you guys have been seeing progress throughout the season. So again, our show is called Groovebox. You can kind of see that established in the movement one, where note by note, with our tuba soloists, we build a groove. And you see that happening again in the ripple across the ensemble. Along with that, you see that it's represented by a blue box, and our flags have blue on them. For the second movement, again, which you saw in August at this point, we shift our focus over to this box, where you see rifle soloists, you see a flute soloist on there, you see a lot of band members circling, doing choreography around that box, with that as our focal point. And again, it's red, color guard flags are red, it's a Latin groove. What you didn't see at the parent preview was our part 3 and 4. So you see Rebecca kind of kick off the transition for that as the band literally ripples and points back to the green box, at which point a green flag is tossed up on that green box as well, symbolizing that we've moved on to a new part of the show. That is our African groove. So you see the band do a lot of choreography around the boxes. They just kind of drive the bass to go along with that. 3 weeks ago, you saw us premiere our fourth movement, which you see symbolized. Anyway, you see it symbolized. But in between that, you see a callback to all of our other movements in that slow little interlude. So you hear a clarinet soloist, you hear an alto saxophone soloist, you hear, what's the other one? Oh, a mellophone solo. So for instance, with our clarinet soloist, you hear a callback to the rhythm that you hear with the red movement. Matt, can you do that? And that rhythm is really present all throughout that second movement we do. And then you hear Amanda do a callback to the Daft Punk song that's in our first movement on box 1. Can you do that, Amanda? Wherever you're at. Obviously a lot slower, but that is the melody that we have happening in that group 1. And then you hear Rebecca do a callback to the melody or groove that's happening in 3. Rebecca, can you do that? At that point, the band forms into a giant box connecting the dots between our 4 boxes that we have on the field. Yellow's revealed, and Brianne kicks it off with a flute solo. And really, from that point on, the point is bringing back all the colors as well. So you see at the end that it goes full spectrum across the field with all the colors represented in the color guard. And then you see a lot of choreography right in the last set of the show. And a lot of that is callback to choreography that they've done throughout the show, hopefully bringing everything full circle or full box. Bad joke. Anyway, this is going to be one of our last performances of Groovebox. We've had a blast working on this all season. We hope that you've really enjoyed seeing the progression and evolution of this show. It's something that Huntley really hasn't seen the likes of before, and we're really proud of all the work that the students have done. And we're going to miss it next week, and we know they will too, but we're proud of the work they've done. So thanks for coming out. And here is, for one last time, for you guys.